Let's get ready to rumble!
Hey guys, welcome along to the Trans Am Rumble. Tonight is round two coming to you from Oran Park. We have a massive field of cars out tonight, so it's going to be interesting for such a small track. Qualifying has just kicked off, but before we go down and see who's setting the quick times, we might have a quick look and see if nope, doesn't look like. I might bring that up at during the interval. All right, so qualifying's underway. Um, as I said, we're at Oran Park, so let's go down and join some of the action during qualifying. So the top 10 guys from practice will be out in the last 10 minutes of qualifying. So this is the boys that didn't quite make it, all trying to set a time. Mark Foster. We've got a few new cameras that we're going to try out tonight. So hopefully everything goes as planned, but there's no guarantees. We've managed to mount a camera on top of the old bridge at Oran Park, so we've got one either side. Turn two looks like it might be where most of the action takes place, especially at the start of the races. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. We've got a couple of wall cameras set up tonight as well. So hopefully it brings us covers most of the action. One of our curb cams. As you can see, some of the boys have set some lap times down. Currently It looks like Phil Paradiso is at the top. No, Tom Frears just eclipsed that with a 109. I think from what I've seen during some of the practice sessions, the quicker boys are getting down into the 107. So I think some of the boys that are out there now will be looking to start as high up the grid as they can. But with a field this size, I think survival will be top of most people's agenda. It's another one of our curb cams that we've set up for tonight. Oh, we got one going backwards into the wall there. Couldn't quite see who that was. Meanwhile, oh, looks like Foz has parked it and gone back to the pits for another go. Darren Linus in the number 7. Currently in 8th spot. About 4/10 off the pace at the moment. For those of you that haven't quite worked out what the Trans Am Rumble is, these are 350, the Chevy 350 motors, about 550 horsepower, 4-speed. This is the brainchild of Anthony Connors. Him and Damien Seeger have put this little 6-round series together. The first round last week was at Bathurst. They're going to do all of the Australian tracks. So I think next week we're actually at Winton. Bring up some qualifying, some sector times across the bottom there. A few of the boys have done some personal best. Tom Free has actually done the best sectors 2 and 3 on this lap, looking to improve his time. And he does. He drops into a 108.5. I jump on board with Tom and just. It's another one of our new cameras, the roof cam. A lot of throttle modulation around this track. Cars are fun to drive, but do suffer a little bit from understeer, and the tyres seem to go off fairly quickly. Didn't quite improve on that lap. Meanwhile, Keithy Logan's jumped up into 2nd. Got our drone cam out tonight as well, so hopefully we can follow the cars with the little drone. Meanwhile, Tom Free is still setting purple sectors. It's about 30 seconds left of qualifying for these boys before the top 10 will get out and see what sort of times they can set. All right, top 10 boys are just about to head out on their qualifying. Just heading out on their warm up lap. Hobbo's back in his 88. Good to see such a big field. Some big names out there too. Hobbo sets off on his first flying lap. Usually laps 2 and 3 are the best for the tyres, so should see some of these times start to come through this lap and the next one. Meanwhile, Jack Boyd set a purple sector 1. Where is young Jack? There he is, just about to come over the finish line. Hobbo's gone purple in sector 2. And Jack sets a time of a 107.5, puts him to the top at the moment. Oh, Moz's run wide. Go back and reset. This is Jamie Craig, currently sitting in second. Hobbo's gone purple in sectors 2 and 3 so far. It's Andrew Dutch just coming across some traffic. Hobbo's meanwhile slips into second spot now. about a tenth behind young Jack. The time that Tom Freer set in the first part of qualifying still sees him currently sitting in fourth spot, which is a great effort. Dutchie's just off for another crack at trying to better his current sixth position. Another one of our cameras we've got set up tonight. So we've got just over 5 minutes of qualifying for the top 10 left, and at the moment it's Jack Boyd, followed by Hobbo, Jamie Craig, Tom Freer, Glenn Boyd has just jumped up into fifth, followed by Jaden Russell. Adam Briggs is seventh, Moz Moroz eighth, Andrew Dutch in ninth, Caleb Patterson, who's back tonight, he's currently 10th. Jack Boyd currently with a 107.484. Hobbo around about a tenth and a half behind. Don't get a lot of slipstream from these cars either, so it's going to get down to driver ability in the races. I think most of the guys coming back in for their last set of tyres. Meanwhile, Damien Seeger's just set a couple of personal bests through the middle part of this lap. Looking to improve. Currently in 13th. Stays 13th. Adam Briggs out on track. Just letting Moz through there. Moz obviously on a bit of a hot lap. Hasn't proved his time much, Moz. And currently stays 9th. Meanwhile, young Jack and Hobbo are both on outlaps. Most of the boys are out on track at the moment, just trying to have that final attempt at trying to get I think that's Anthony Connors. Looks like he's Hasn't quite made the final turn, and judging by the smoke, I don't think that's going anywhere. Meanwhile, Henry Fenson jumped up into 16th spot now. And there's roughly about 30 seconds of qualifying to go. Currently it's Jack Boyd, Hobbo, Jamie Craig, Neville Mills jumped up into 4th now. Jaden Russell, Adam Briggs, Tom Frears managed to hold on to 7th. Then Glenn Boyd, Mosmoroz, Andrew Dutch is your top 10. Simon Joel Smith just outside of that in 11th, and then Caleb Patterson 12th, Damien Seeger 13th, Anthony Connors in 14th. There's first 2 races, just 15-minute sprint races, so we'll just quickly see if we can get a grid up before they start. So you got Jack Boyd, Brenton Hobson, Jamie Craig, Neville Mell, Jaden Russell, Adam Briggs, Tom Freer, Glenn Boyd, Mosmoroz, Andrew Dutch, Simon Joel Smith, Caleb Patterson out of 12th. All right, just about to get underway. Lights are up. And Jack got a good start. Hobbo got away cleanly. Jack slots into first, followed by Hobbo. Oh, and bit of a bust up. Turn 2. Meanwhile, it's Jack and Hobbo. Got a bit of a break over Adam Briggs. Watch the field make their way through. Very well behaved on the opening lap. That's a big field of cars. Jack's opened out a gap of about 9/10 at the moment. field starts to spread out a little bit. Jack has opened up his gap to about 1.2 seconds. We've had a few crashes in the back. Go back and have a look and see what's happened to Curtis Hodges. Oh, got a bit of a tap. And another one. And around they go. Meanwhile, back up the front, Jack continues to open that lead. What's happening a bit further back? Hear Keithy on the radio. Currently down in 17th. Stopping ahead of Keith with Neville Melt. Got a bit of a blinker there. It's young Henry. Internet playing up a little bit. Back up the front. Hobbo still trying to track down young Jack. Gaps out to about 1.8 seconds now. Adam Briggs back in third. Jaden Russell fourth. Glenn Boyd holding down fifth spot at the moment, just behind Glenn. Jump on board with Glenn for a lap. Very difficult track to pass on Oran Park. You're pretty much hoping that the guy in front makes a mistake. Meanwhile, we've got another crasher back in the pack. We might go and have a look. This is Michael Campbell. See what happened to Michael. Oh, it's got out onto the grass. And, oh, bit of friendly contact there. Both cars are slightly damaged, but it looked like they're both continuing. Back live. I think young Jack has well and truly set himself up for the win here. Hobbo hasn't sort of let him get away too far, but Jack's proving yet again that it doesn't matter what car you put him in, he's going to be hard to catch. Meanwhile, it's Caleb Patterson. He's being hunted down by Mosmoroz. See the attitude of the cars as they come through. Slight kink into which is turn one. Quite a few different lines through here. Meanwhile, this is coming out of the final turn back onto the pitch straight. There's always a fair bit of action at this corner as well. It's very hard braking. And quite often you'll see the boys rub the wall. Well, Hobbo's still trying to. Looks like he might have actually settled for second in this race. Field's spread out a little bit. Jaden Russell is in a bit of a battle with Adam Briggs in front. Glenn Boyd still tracking him closely. Oh, there's a spinner. That was Adam. Adam Briggs has dropped a few spots there. Go back and have a look and see what happened to Adam. I think he might have just caught himself out in the braking. Yeah. That's dropped him down the field quite a way. Down in 15th now. So it's Jack Boyd, Brenton Hobson, Jaden Russell, Glenn Boyd now. Tom Free is up in 5th. Andrew Dutch, Caleb Patterson, Mosmoroz, Neville Mell, Jamie Craig, Simon Smith, Damien Seeger. That's your top 12. Well, further back, Darren Linus just in front of Daniel Gomes. Phil Paradiso currently down in 21st. Meanwhile, young Jack is increasing that lead. It's out to 3.3 seconds now. Looks like Damien Seeger's got a bit of a battle. He's trying to get past Simon Smith. Might right along with Damo. See. Oh. Not sure who that was. Further, further up. Meanwhile, looks like we've got another crasher. This time, looks like Mark Foster's. Oh, just got on the gas way too early. Harmless spin. Didn't involve too many. Meanwhile, the battle with Damo and Simon Smith. That's Anthony Connors just behind him there, looking for a way through. Be a couple of laps left, I think, in this one. Currently on lap 13, the tyres would be starting to feel a bit sad. As you can see that in the lap times now, they're starting to drop off. Meanwhile, Glenn's now got Tom Free putting a bit of pressure on him from behind as he still tries to find a way past Jaden Russell to get himself on the podium in race one. Jack's trying to make his way through some of the slower traffic. He's got a 5-second gap over Hobbo, so as the clock now ticks over to the 15 minutes, so I'm not sure if it's this one or there'll be one more to go after this. There it is. Jack runs out as a comfortable winner over Hobbo for race one. Looks like Jaden Russell will get home for third, followed by Glenn Boyd, Tom Freer, Andrew Dutch should bring it home for in sixth.
Loved it, AC, loved it.
I'm not sure what's happened here. We seem to have lost eye racing. Can only happen to the best. Oh, we've got a black screen. Oh dear. All right, let's have a look at the results from race one while we wait for iRacing hopefully to come back. It's your top 18. All right, quick look at the grid for race two. So it's Moz Moroz on pole, Caleb Patterson, Andrew Dutch, Tom Freer, Glenn Boyd, Jaden Russell, Hobbo, Jack Boyd, Neville Mell, and Jamie Craig. Oh, it's very, very, very tight through. Watch them come through for still Moz. Again, all being very well behaved for the opening lap. That's Moz in front of Tom Freer, Caleb Patterson coming under pressure from Andrew Dutch there. Hobbo, meanwhile, is fifth. He's holding off Jack Boyd. So I think they inverted the top six maybe for this race. Got a few crashes at the back. Looks like Phil Paradis. So let's have a quick look and see what happened to Phil. Oh, unlucky. Looks like, oh dear. Bit of a stacks on the mill. Meanwhile, back up the front, still Moz. As they come down, start lap 3. Bit of camera shake. The big V8s are shaking the pit wall. Bit of lock up. Got a few crashes towards the back. Looks like. Let's have a look and see what happened to Matt Tesserero. Oh, Henry's. Oh, this is the problem with these cars. They look nice, but the shape of them means that yeah, if you run into the car in front, the chances are you're going to lift it off the ground. So meanwhile, back up the front, Moz just over a second ahead of Hobbo now, who's moved into second. Tommy Frears back in third, followed by Jack Boyd. It's a good little battle up the front. Looks like Hobbo's certainly catching Moz. Meanwhile, Jack's managed to get the pass done on Tom Freer. I think Tom might have realised that Jack's the fastest car out there at the moment. Hobbo gets the pass done on Moz. Again, I think Moz has opened the door slightly. These three have opened up a gap of just over a second back to Tom now in fourth spot. Well, Moz got very loose there. Very loose. It's lucky Jack managed to avoid that. Let's move Jack now up into second as he sets off after Hobbo. About 9/10 the gap on this start of this lap. Top five of still running fairly close together. Slower cars just moving out the way, let Hobbo through. Meanwhile, Jack's just set the fastest lap of the race, so 107.8. He's closing the gap. That's still around 7.5 tenths, so Hobbo's doing a good job at the moment of holding him at bay. Meanwhile, we've got another crasher back in the pack. Anthony Connors coming into turn 2. And bit of a stacks on the mill. Sort themselves all out. Get back up and racing. Watch Hobbo and Jack come through turn 1. Oh, slower car. Jack's closed right up onto the back of Hobber now. This will be interesting. Just over half race distance. Is Jack going to try and get past, or is he going to sit behind and just harass Hobbo? Jack's run a bit wide there through turn 2, giving Hobbo a bit of a break. Meanwhile, it's Moz still back in third, closed down by Jamie Craig. Tom Freer still in fifth, about half a second behind these two guys. Scotty Baker's currently sitting in 10th spot. Got Damien Seeger behind him as a slower car pulls out of the pits, but gives them room, which is good. It's always hard coming out of the pits and you sort of pull out right on top of on the guys as they're trying to get through turn 1. Meanwhile, back up the front, looks like Jack's closed in and a slower car in front, but moves out the way. Very well done. I think that was Dave Kogel there that I think Jack's going to harass Hobbo. There's about 3 minutes to go in this race, so a lot of slower traffic ahead. Again, moved out the way nicely. Let the boys through. Comes the leaders now. Right out to the wall. I think there's probably a couple of laps left of this race, so it's going to be interesting to see just how Jack plays as Hobbo, the back of Hobbo's car got very loose there out of turn 2. Jack's having a look up the inside. Hobbo shuts the door. You can see the brake rotors glowing on both the cars. It's about 6 seconds now back to Moz in third. He's still got Jamie and Tom Freer hassling him, but for now we'll stick with this little battle up the front. See whether Jack can get the chocolates, or will Hobbo hold him off. These boys have raced together long enough to pretty much know how each other's going to react. So it'll be interesting to see. jump on board with Jack for the concluding stages of the race. Or some slower cars ahead. This is going to make it very intriguing. Oh, two of the boys have well and truly given them space. I'm not sure who that is just ahead of Hobbo at this stage, but hopefully they move aside. Oh, these two boys are playing for keeps. Nearly identical lap times that time. Oh, a slower car out of the pits. Oh, and they both managed to get underneath him before turn 2. I think this will be the last lap, so Jack's going to have to find a way through on this lap. Both getting a bit crossed up there. The last corner would be my bet if Hobbo leaves the door slightly ajar. No, he's not giving Jack the opportunity. So it looks like Hobbo's going to win this one. Great racing between the two boys, and looks like Jamie Craig got third. We'll just wait for the official results, and as soon as they come through, we'll be able to put them up. I think the boys are having a short break, so we'll just get these results. It doesn't look like they're going to give us the results. So, oh, there we go, finally. So there's the results for race 2. Hobbo followed by Jack Boyd, Jamie Craig, Tom Freer, Moz Moroz, Caleb Patterson, Neville Mill, Glenn Boyd, Jaden Russell, Damien Seeger in 10th, followed by Scott Baker, Daniel Gomes, Michael Campbell, Anthony Connors, Keith Logan, Scott Griffiths, Darren Linus, Simon Joel Smith home in 18th. Over the page, Billy Martindale, Curtis Hodges, Phil Paradiso, Adam St. John, Jason Locke, Ruben Borst, Dave Gogol, Mark Foster, Andrew Roberts, and Andrew Dutch. Then Graham Ellis, Henry Fenson, Matt Tesserero, and Adam Briggs. All right, we shall be back shortly for race 3.
there, mate. Alright, everything good? Oh, do ya? Ah, shit. What do you mean, like on the screen? What is the stream view?
Hi guys, welcome back. We're just waiting for... Oh, there we go. Apologies for the black screen. I have no idea what iRacing is doing to me tonight, apart from making life miserable. Alright, let's have a quick look and see if we can have a quick look at the grid before we get started for race 3. We've got Tom Freer on pole this time, Jamie Craig out of second, Jack Boyd third, Brenton Hobson fourth, and I think we're about to get underway. Moz out of fifth, Glenn Boyd out. Yep, they're underway. Don't give you much time. Have to get myself better organised, I think. I'm joined this race by Anthony Connors, one of the series organisers. You're out there racing as well, Ant?
Yeah, I sure am. The top right little track here. You need about 5 arms and 6 legs around this track of this car.
I know I did a couple of laps on the weekend, and that's why I decided I'll commentate.
But all fared so far. So far, so good. Like, very clean the start of this race here. Like,
Yes, yeah, I've just noticed. Having said that, it looks like Foz has crashed out. Mark Foster, boys coming round it. Whoa, some sideways action. One into the wall, a couple into the wall. We're at the last turn. Watching the field come through. Cold tyres. A few of the boys are getting on the gas a bit early. They all made it through safely, which is good. Meanwhile, Jamie Craig still in front. Jack Boyd now up into second. Hobbo's third.
so big spin, big crash, big crash. Big crash there, just in the before you go over the bridge.
Is that? Hang on, we'll go back and see if we can. I've got Neville Mel, Moz. Oh yes, Neville into the wall. Looks like he might have got a bit of a tap. That's the big one for the night, boys. Did you manage to avoid that, Ant?
Yeah, yep, got around that one pretty good. So
Well done.
got it through that one, and just got Jaden Russell breathing down my neck now, so he'll have me in a few corners.
No. Hold him out.
I tried that before, but it didn't work.
There's a few quick boys out here tonight, isn't there?
There is that.
Jamie Craig
There he
is
goes.
up. Let's go. Just looking for Ant on the. Oh, there you are. Oh yeah, you're in the big gaggle of cars, aren't you?
Yep.
Watch come through the final turn.
Oh, good drive out of there, but that Jaden Russell, he's got very good drive.
Yes, it's certainly very close up the front. Jamie's
Oh,
holding on. Oh, what's happening back there
oh, a little bit of a tap there.
from?
Campbell onto Baker by the looks. It's got Campbell going up over the bridge, just before the bridge.
Okay, that's Campbell and Griffiths.
Yep.
Just watching Jack trying to find a way. Oh, there's a tap. He's given Jamie a tap onto the straight. Meanwhile, Hobbo looks like he's got a better run out of the final turn. He's actually alongside Jack. Oh, into turn two. That's tight. I think Hobbo has managed to. He has. Oh, meanwhile, Tom Free has managed to push his way up the inside of. While Jack was battling with Hobbo, he's lost another position. That's going to make it interesting now.
Make it really interesting.
You're currently in 10th, Ant. That's a good
Yep.
showing.
Yeah, yep. It's one of the toughest tracks we're probably on the list for this little season.
Yeah, although I've noticed that you slip Winton in next week as well.
Yeah, yep.
That'll be interesting.
That'll be addressing all the Australian tracks.
Yeah, that will be another tough test. Is it Sandown after that one or Phillip
No,
Island?
Phillip Island, then Sandown, and then like a mini enduro for Bathurst
Oh,
for the
okay.
last one.
Yeah. It's been a pretty popular series so far, hasn't it?
It has.
There's a lot of
For a pretty basic car, only a 4-speed gearbox.
yeah, big V8. I think
Big
attracts a lot of
V8,
people.
lot of grip on good tires, and then you've got a drift car at the end.
Yeah, here comes the leaders now through. Looks like Jack is keen to try and get a move done on Tom. They've dropped Tom's about 1.5 seconds behind Hobbo now, so Jack will be keen to get past and try and get back onto the back of Jamie and Hobbo, who's just set the fastest lap, a 1:08.1. I think Hobbo's had a taste of top step of the podium. I think he's looking for another one in the final race tonight. Oh, we got another crasher back in the pack. This is Simon Joel Smith. Final turn. Yep, on the gas and loops it, but no harm done. No one else involved. Gets it fired up and running again.
Whoa!
Oh, what's happening back there?
God, wanted to have a move on Scotty Baker, and I locked the wheel.
Where is I might no pressure and oh who's behind you?
Adam Briggs.
Okay. Drop back a little bit behind Scotty now. And got 4 cars close behind. Graham Ellis is having a good race this time out. Currently in 14th. Oh, we got a spinner in the background. Managed to get out of everyone's way. You're going to get back on the back of Scotty. Yeah, well, we're riding on board with Anthony and tries to hunt down Scotty.
Pushing. It's
Oh, it's a tricky corner, this one, isn't it?
oh, very tricky.
Got to get your braking just right.
Especially when you're trying to chase someone, you're
Yeah.
trying to push.
He's opened the door for you there now. That's it. No mucking around. Get the job done. Nicely done. Oh.
Out of jammer back to first then.
Scotty's dropped 2 spots there. Looks like Adam Briggs is playing for keeps.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, up the front, Jack's somehow managed to get to the front. He's opened out a bit of a gap over Hobbo. I don't know what happened to Jamie Craig.
Yeah, Tom Freer's in third. Brett Hobbo's in second.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to Jamie there. He's dropped back quite a way.
Oh, oh, nice dive.
Adam's managed to get past you now.
Yeah. This- Sega's had an accident there with, it's like St. John and a back marker.
Yes. Damo's had a few off. Oh, that's. He's managed to get it off track and out of the way. Not sure what happened there.
Oh,
Damo's jumped back to the pits. Meanwhile, Jack's got about half a second lead over Hobbo. Tom Free is in third. Moz has moved up to fourth. Glenn Boyd in fifth. Jamie Craig back to sixth. Jaden Russell in seventh. Adam Briggs ninth. Anthony Connors in
ninth. Adam
ninth
Briggs
now.
just went off.
Adam Briggs is Scott Baker's ninth. Meanwhile, Graham Ellis is up into 12th. Let's go back and have a look and see how Graham's doing. Just having a really good race at the moment. Fairly lonely out there all on his lonesome, but doing a good job just outside the top 10. Meanwhile, back up the front, Jack's just opened that lead out by another couple of tenths. And then it's just over 2 seconds back to Tom, another 6 seconds back to Moz. You've got yourself in a fairly comfortable 8th spot there now, Ant.
Yeah, I have, and yeah, there's no one for a while in front of me. Jaden's in the next level from me, so there's no point me trying to chase him.
Yeah, he's about 5 seconds. He's about 9 seconds up the road now. Got another crasher further back. Looks like Adam St. John. That notorious last turn. Oh, he's been clipped from behind. Back live. Looks like there's probably another lap to go after this one.
Correct. Oh, he's gone off.
Who's gone?
Me, like the both fronts.
Have you dropped? Oh, you're dropping.
Yeah, just jump behind Scott.
That's the trouble with these cars. They're big and can be a real handful. Onto the final straight. I think the leaders are fairly comfortable. Oh, we've got another spinner. Jason Locke. Leaders are coming. Stay there. Leaders are through safely. Looks like Jack's got this one comfortably in the locker. Jack's currently leading the championship. Should extend that by a bit more tonight as he takes the checkered flag in race 3, followed by Hobbo and Tom Freer. Glenn Boyd's done well. He's managed to finish 4th, and Mosmoroz has finished in the top 5. Jaden Russell, Jamie Craig, Scott Baker home in 8th, then Campbell, Griffiths, Anthony Connors home in 11th, and Graham Ellis rounds out the top 12. I'll just wait for the results. Put them up. Just waiting for rest of the boys to cross the line. All right, and there's the results for the last race. Jack Boyd, followed by Brenton Hobson, Tom Freer, Glenn Boyd, Mosmoroz, Jaden Russell, Jamie Craig, Scott Baker, Michael Campbell, Scott Griffiths, Anthony Connors, Graham Ellis, Curtis Hodges, Philip Paradiso home in 14th, and Henry Fenson home in 15th. Over the page, down to Caleb Patterson in 28th. Andrew Darch, Mark Foster, Billy Martindale, Daniel Gomes home in 32nd spot. All right, guys, that wraps it up for us for round 2 of the Trans Am Rumble. We'll hopefully catch you all again next week from Winton. Thanks, guys.